What up, YouTube? What's goody yitty yitty? What's going on? What's good with y'all? What is good with y'all? It's your boy Remo. I'm back with another video. Yeah, I got something I want to get off my chest. I want to talk about the 2024 election. Now, last night, for the first time in my life, I registered as a fucking Republican or a reptilian or what else y'all used to call them? What y'all used to call them? The jackass, the donkeys, or whatever, or the elephant. I forget which one the Republicans was. The jackass, either the jackass or the elephant. I think Republicans was elephants, right? I can't remember, but yeah, whatever. I just registered as a fucking Republican. And I'm gonna tell y'all why. At first, before I go any further, shout out to my boy Tricking Off Trucker, because he just did a video on his new channel, Hustletown LLC, about why he switched from Democrat to Republican. And it made a lot of sense, and it was sort of similar to my situation. It was sort of similar to why I switched, because when I was growing up, I thought all black people voted Democrats because I was told that Democrats was for the poor people. You know what I mean? And mostly rich people voted Republican because, you know, it seemed like all the rich people, all the wealthy white people that I knew voted Republican. You know, and then Ice Cube, you know, one of his lyrics was he said blacks are too fucking broke to be Republicans. I think that was on A Bird in the Hand. Yeah, he said blacks are too fucking broke to be Republican. And Eazy-E said, I'm not no fucking Republican, but they invited me to the White House still. So I assumed Eazy-E was a Democrat, you know what I mean? So, you know, I was young, you know, 11, 12, 13, you know, nobody really teaching me the difference. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, vote blue no matter who. You know, I'm like, okay, blue, Democrat, red, Republican, vote blue no matter who. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, yeah, I'll vote blue no matter who. No matter who. A fucking alien can be a Democrat long as he play a saxophone for some black people or rap like Obama was the other night. He was rapping Eminem lyrics, you know, or if he's running Democrat, motherfucker, come out dancing, doing a stanky leg like Hillary Clinton was doing, then vote for the motherfuckers because they blue. They represent the blue. You know, you notice a lot of Democrats when they run for office, especially in the last 30 years, they always got to do something just to make black people feel like they are black. Remember when niggas was saying Bill Clinton was the first black president? And I'm like, why? Oh, did you see him playing the saxophone? And I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. But the older I got, the more I realized, yo, this is some bullshit right here. I'm like, okay. And then Kamala, I think she paid Lizzo, I want to say a couple $1 million to perform and to speak. This was recently. She paid Lizzo millions of dollars to see, the Democrats gotta put on a fucking concert just to get black people attention. You notice the Republicans don't do that shit? The Republicans talk about policy of what they gonna do. They ain't gotta put on no fucking concert or put on a show just to increase attendance. Just to increase the attendance, you know what I mean? Democrats, they always gotta bring somebody out. Like Obama was rapping and then he brought Eminem out. You know, Kamala want to bring Lizzo out just to get black people riled up. You know what I mean? Democrats don't discuss no policy. They always talk about vote blue no matter fucking who, like we idiots or something. You know? I started waking up. Okay, I voted for Obama in 2008. And then around 2012, I was like, yo, this dude didn't do nothing. Like, Trayvon Martin had got killed in February of 2012. And I'm like, yo, Obama ain't really say nothing. Like, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker ain't do shit. Oh, we gotta vote for him again at the end of 2012 because motherfuckers were saying he had to clean up what Bush Jr. did. And I'm like, Bush Jr. didn't really mess up nothing. Yeah, he sent America into a fucking recession, but I remember getting like a little stimulus check or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like, you want me to vote for Obama the second time? People was like, yeah, these was friends and family members saying, yeah, we got to give Obama time. It's going to take him another 4 years to clean up all the shit that the Republicans did. I'm like, he didn't really do that in the first 4 years. But I'm like, okay, all right, fine, fuck it. I voted for him again in 2012, and then Eric Garner got killed under his watch. Michael Brown, who else? So many other people, and he wasn't saying shit. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's scared to say what's on his mind. I'm like, this motherfucker is full of shit. I'm like, okay. Hold on, this is my girl. Hey, baby, I'm gonna call you right back. Everything all right? Yeah, I'll call you back. Okay. Yeah. And I'm like, okay. A lot of people kept dying under Barack Obama's watch, and he wasn't saying shit. Man, here go my girl again. Yeah, hello? Yo. Yeah, so I was like, man, fuck this dude. So then I started looking into his background. I'm like, who is this dude? You know what I mean? Why is he ignoring Black America? You know, why is he turning why is he giving us the cold shoulder? And then I looked into his background. This motherfucker, his mother was white. You know, I didn't know he was mixed. Like, I didn't look into his background. I assumed he was black because I knew Obama when he was a senator, you know, in Chicago. You know what I mean? You know, he was on this documentary about the Harlem Globetrotters back in the days. He was a senator then. So I assumed he was black like me, like a descendant of slaves. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, yo, this dude, mother white, okay. I looked to his father from Kenya. And I'm like, okay, this dude don't come from the same lineage as us. So quite naturally, he don't think the way we think. You know? And then a lot of white people was talking about him, you know, a lot of white people was calling him out. You know, they were saying he wasn't really born in Hawaii. He was born in Kenya, and he wasn't really saying nothing. And I'm like, any other nigga would be like, any other nigga would be checking folks. You know, if it was a white person in office and somebody said something about them, they'll check the people. Like Trump checked CNN. He was like, you're fake news, Fox and fake news. Obama kind of just, you know, let people throw stones at him. Like, he was turning the other cheek. I'm like, yo, this dude ain't for us. I'm like, yo, this dude is fraud. He's full of shit. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay. So is the Democrats. I'm like, the Democrats ain't shit. They ain't did shit for us since the Civil Rights Act in the 60s. You know? And then I looked into LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, and I remember reading something about him saying he'll have black people voting Democrat for the next 50, 60 years. And I'm like, okay, these motherfuckers ran a Jedi mind trick on us. They married us to the Democratic Party without our consent. You know what I mean? Well, it's time for us to divorce the Democrats, the Democrat Party. Because when Trump got in office, a lot of shit started getting done. I'm like, yo, at first I didn't like Trump. And I'm going to tell y'all why. Because if y'all grew up in New York State in the 80s, y'all know that Trump used to say a lot of shit. And he used to piss a lot of people off. Like in 89, now we was kids in 1989, and we saw the Central Park 5 get locked up for some shit that they ain't even fucking do. And we know how corrupt the NYPD is because of all the shit that happened before the Central Park boys. Like the shit that happened with Eleanor Bumpers. They killed her. You know, that was during Reaganomics. And then the shit that happened with Michael Stewart, you know, and Yusuf Hawkins. You know what I mean? We knew how corrupt the NYPD was. So when the Central Park 5 was getting interrogated, we knew it was full of shit. We knew all them boys didn't do that to that lady, and that white lady acting like she don't remember. She had a concussion. She don't remember nothing. You know what I mean? Which might be true, but then Trump talked about, oh, they should get the death penalty. This was before they even got convicted. He was like, they should get the death penalty and blah, 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 blah. He was like, yeah, they all get there. So I hated Trump. A lot of people hated Trump because of that. You know, oh, they should, I'm going to pay for them to get the death penalty. So I'm like, okay, fuck Donald Trump. You know what I mean? So, and then plus he said a lot of other slick shit over the years. You know what I mean? And then when he got in office, we was like, oh, fuck him. He's full of shit. Fuck Donald Trump. But at the same time, I'm saying fuck Donald Trump. I'm looking at my checks. I'm like, yo, my money looking right. But still, fuck Donald Trump. And then I'm driving to the gas station. I'm looking up at the gas prices. I'm like, oh, okay. Damn, gas is like $2 and some change. But I'm like, still, fuck Donald Trump. And so, after Trump's 4-year term, the Democrats got back in office. I saw shit getting fucked up again. And I'm like, wait a minute. Trump didn't create any policies to harm black people. You know, the economy was thriving. Wasn't nobody fucking with us as far as America is concerned. You know what I mean? We didn't have a mass migration or a mass immigration like how we do under the Democrat watch. You know, Trump said we should build a wall. And I was like, yeah, because it ain't fair for hard-working immigrants to come over here and have to work hard. They got to work hard to get over here and hard when they get here. You know, it ain't fair for them to have somebody else immigrate here and not have to do shit. You know, get over, they immigrant illegally and get all this money. That ain't fair for the hard-working immigrants. They got to work hard to get over here and to stay over here. You know, and it ain't fair for us. They send all this motherfucking money to Ukraine. No disrespect to Ukrainians. You know, I work with a couple of them. They pretty cool. They stay to themselves. But still, I don't want my tax dollars going to Ukraine. They ain't never gave us shit. And a lot of them motherfuckers don't even like black people from what I hear. You know, the ones that I work with, they don't even speak English. That's the reason why they, stay to themselves. You know, they speak broken English. You know, their English is not 100%. It's maybe like 30 or 40%, you know. They know what fuck you, eat a dick mean, but, they can't understand anything else other than that. But that's neither here or there. Yeah, man. You know, and then another thing that really got me was this. When Trump was in office, I was watching Roots one time. I was watching Roots: The Next Generations. And then I found out that the Republicans are the ones who freed the slaves. And also I found out that Martin Luther King was a Republican. I found out that a lot of black people were Republicans. Why? Because they are the ones who freed the slaves. And before the end of slavery, a lot of Republicans was making that promise to free the slaves. You know what I mean? That's what they wanted. You know, a lot of people in the North was Republicans. And then I found out the fucking KKK was the Democratic Party. Yes. The original KKK was Democrats for years. That's why they used to call them Democrats. Our great-great-grandparents used to call Democrats Democrats. You know, there was a party called the Republican for Negroes. You know, it was another Republican party in Wisconsin. They started, matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, the Republican Party started in Wisconsin because they didn't like slavery and what was going on in the Confederate States, the Democratic Confederate States, or whatever. You know, don't quote me on that. I could be wrong. It's been a while, but yeah, look that up for yourselves. But yeah. Our family used to, our great-great-grandparents used to call the Democrats Democrats. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, I'm voting for Donald Trump. I'm a proud Republican, and I think if anybody's going to give us reparations, it'll probably be the Republicans, because the Republicans are the ones that promised us 40 acres in the mule. The Democrats got in there and vetoed that. Yeah, they vetoed it. Yep. And then they put out this Reconstruction that wasn't worth the paper it was printed on. So what did they reconstruct? They reconstructed not giving a fuck. That's what they did. But yeah, y'all hold this. Y'all like, share, subscribe. Leave me a comment. Peace. Let me get back to work. All right.